Yo, what's going on out there in the daggum world of YouTube and wherever the hell you watching us from? This your
What's
boys,
up?
the three-man podcast going on. What's going on? This your boy Wildcat. You know me. I ain't gotta say shit else. What's going on, Mac?
What's up, everybody? How you doing? This is your boy Max Powers. How's everybody doing this evening? What's up, Dragon?
I am doing fantastic. Just looking at some security and utility tokens right now, and we'll be glad to explain some of that information later. And just glad to be here with my brothers. I'm gonna shoot it back to you, Wildcat.
Indeed, 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 folks. So we got a nice little topic for out here today. We're gonna start it off. You know what? We're gonna get into the juice of things. So we're gonna get in the juice of things, but we want to go ahead and cover crypto first. We want to make sure we cover one of the most important topics that we always have because in day and age now, everything is switching over. Money, 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 money. It's not gonna always be there. The paper money is not gonna always be there. So we want to make sure we educate you guys as much as possible. So with that, I want to give it over to our resident crypto expert, Mr. Dragon Emperor.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Well, let me start off this evening by giving a little bit more of a breakdown in regards to the difference of what are security tokens, utility tokens, meme tokens, and what are actually like cryptocurrencies in regards to investment. So, such as a token may simply refer to any given cryptocurrency token or a token that exists on another cryptocurrency's blockchain. And computer security and cryptocurrency. A token is an asset, utility, or unit of value that a company issues. Tokens represent programmable assets or access rights, which are managed through a smart contract and underlying distributed ledger. These are issued when a company launches an initial coin offering or ICO, which is more or less the same as initial public offering or an IPO. The main difference between an IPO and an ICO is that in an IPO, you receive stock in exchange for the investment you will make, where an ICO, you receive a token in exchange for your investment. Tokens can be redeemed to access the product or service of a company in the future. So, what are security tokens? Security tokens are digital assets that derive their value from an external asset that can be traded. These are subject to federal laws that govern security. It is mandatory for the security tokens to comply with these regulations. That's the reason why, as an example, the SEC versus Ripple case, they were trying to say where it is an actual asset, and they're trying to say that no, they're more along the lines of utility and function. So that's what they're going through now. Failure to comply will lead to severe consequences such as penalties and potential derailment of the development of the project. These depicted assets such as participation in real physical underlying earning streams, companies, or entitlement to interest payments or dividends. In terms of economic function, these are the same as bonds, derivatives, and equities. If the startup abides by the regulatory requirements, security tokens offer a wide array of applications. These are also known as securitized tokens. Security token offerings, or STO, is built to increase the trust of the investors to invest in various projects. Security tokens authenticate identities electronically by storing personal information. They are issued by Security Token Services, or STS, which authenticates the person's identity. I'm sorry. They may be placed in or addition to a password to prove the owner's identity. And security tokens are not always secure. They may be lost, stolen, or hacked, depending on if you have them in such as like a hot wallet. The best thing that I will always say is always store your stuff on a cold wallet or a ledger wallet. That way you have access to the keys, the information, and if they have a six-step security measure in order for funds to be extracted out, that is your best bet. And I will always promote the ledger wallet because that's what I have myself as a ledger cold wallet. I'm about to get myself three more personally. So, how do security tokens work? Security tokens are created as investments. Dividends in the form of additional coins are given to token holders each time the issuing company of the tokens earns a profit in the market. Users who hold security tokens will also gain ownership of the company, buying up XRP, XOM, and the like. Blockchain provides a platform that can be used to create a voting system that allows investors to exercise control over the decision making process of the company. Celia. In short, a cryptocurrency token that passes the Howey test is deemed a security token. They derive value from an external tradable asset. As these tokens are deemed a security, they are subject to federal securities and regulations. The Howey test was determined by the Supreme Court to determine whether certain transactions qualify as investment contracts. If so, these transactions are considered securities under the Securities Act of 1933 and the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 and are subject to certain disclosure and registration requirements. In the USA, security tokens are subject to regulations such as Regulation D. This will allow particular offerings to avoid being registered by the SEC provided Form D that has been filled out by the creators after the sale of the security. The individual who offers the security may solicit offerings from investors in compliance with Section 506C. This section needs verification stating that the investors are accredited and that the information provided during the solicitation is free from misleading or false statements. Let me read these couple of other ones and then I'll wrap things up. Regulation A plus. This allows the creator to offer SEC-approved securities to non-accredited investors through a general solicitation up to 50 million in investment. When compared to other options, this regulation may take more time compared to other options for the requirement to register the security. Due to this reason, the regulation will be more expensive than any other option. Regulation F. This regulation for any security offering which is executed in any country apart from the U.S. and is not subjected to the registration requirement under Section 5 of the 1933 Act. The creators will still need to follow the security regulations of the country where they will be executed. On the other hand, utility tokens are not intended to give their holders the ability to control the decision-making process of a company. They aid users in interacting with the company's services. Utility tokens are also not subject to any regulations. Having differentiated security tokens and utility tokens based on regulations, intended use, and functionality lets us learn how the three other crucial areas of distinction. And this is just the role of the security token, so that way you can have a more understanding of your investments in said companies. Because mind you, your securitized tokens is basically your digitized aspects of the stocks of which you have. Because cryptocurrency and the crypto stock market basically, it's your stock market 2.0 in order to fill you people in, because you have your old stock market, which of course you have your your Tesla, your gold, all your other aspects. And now you have your 2.0, which is where the new wealth is heading towards now, such as with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, even more along the lines of like Polkadot or even some of your other utility tokens like XYO, which is the cryptocurrency of Coinbase. So if you invest in Coinbase stock, and then in turn you have some XYO cryptocurrency as that you're investing yourself in, which over 75% of whales have been holding XYO for an extended period of time. Mind you, you can go to Coinbase. I'm sorry, you can go to Coinbase and you can check out this information on their website. You can also look at the numerical value to see exactly how long that these whales have been holding on to XYO. But if you're holding on to their stock and you have their cryptocurrency, that's the double dip of what you're able to get into. Not also speaking about the holding feature or staking feature, which they also allow you to, which is staking is where you take some of your crypto, you hold it onto their exchange, so that way you validate transactions across the blockchain, which they pay you in dividend amounts depending on which exchange and a lot of the time of what they do your dividends, such as it could be monthly, semi-monthly, quarterly, and the likeness. You need to check the exchange, but they'll pay you out. As an example for myself, on crypto.com, I hold Crow, which is their cryptocurrency, which also means we're the crypto.com arenas where the Lakers play and a couple of other places play, other teams play as well too. So anytime a game is being played, notice that there's a nice little spike in their cryptocurrency, in which I'm a prime holder of their currency. So that way I solidify transactions along the blockchain and everything else for them, and my payouts are quite nice. So I'm going to just say it like that. So if you rather have a 5.86 annual percentage yield on your return from what you get versus your traditional 1 to 2% annual percent yield of what you would get within your traditional banks, I'll let you look at that. Not giving you financial advice per se, but just putting that little bug in your ear so that way you can facilitate your finances the best way of how you see fit in this
That's right. We're
new
not giving this is not financial advice. Let me
this is
repeat,
not
this is not
financial advice.
financial advice. There
I'm
we
just
go.
giving you guys information as to what I've been doing in the crypto area to be mindful as to the different things of what you're able to do for yourself if you want to do it. So I'm just giving out the information, but let me get back to the role of the security tokens real quick, and then I'll just touch on meme coins. So the role of security tokens, it revolves around providing a digital representation of ownership or investment in real world assets while adhering to securities regulations. Just like I was speaking about Crow with crypto.com with their real world assets of what they have with the crypto.com arena. That's a prime example right there of the security token of what I'm holding in regards to that company or that exchange, and to where I'm making sure more transactions are solidified across their blockchain, no matter if you're doing Bitcoin or anything else like that. So that way I get my annual percentage yield in return. It's in the form of Crow, but I can turn around and exchange that currency to something else for that security token. Um, But here's also a straightforward breakdown. Asset token, which that's basically what Crow is, just to give that example. Security tokens, tokenized real world assets such as real estate, crypto.com arena, company shares, or other traditional financial instruments. This involves converting the rights to these assets into digital tokens on the blockchain. Legal compliance. One of the primary roles of security tokens is to comply with security regulations. By adhering to these laws, security tokens ensure that the issuance, sale, and transfer of ownership are done in a legally compliant manner, protecting both issuers and investors. Ownership representation. Security tokens represent ownership or a stake in the underlying asset. Holders of these tokens have legal rights tied to the asset, such as dividends, voting rights, and or share in profit. So take a break real quick in regards to that. Remember how I was just explaining the annual percentage yield and dividend payouts that I get for holding Crow and on their blockchain. Of course, I'm buying more into it, but buying it up, holding it on their blockchain to solidify all the transactions of what's going on, and they're giving me my dividend payout in regards to that to the real world assets of what they have flowing. So you see the type of investment that I have going for myself anytime LeBron James decides like he wants to flare his son. I'm gonna throw that out there. So efficient trading transfer of ownership. Blockchain technology enables efficient and transparent transfers of ownership. Security tokens streamline the process of buying and selling assets, reducing paperwork and administrative hurdles associated with traditional security transactions. Increase liquidity. By enabling secondary trading on compliant security token exchanges, like I was just explaining to you guys, security tokens contribute to increased liquidity for traditional illiquid assets. Investors can buy and sell these tokens more easily than the physical asset they represent. Global accessibility. Security tokens can be traded globally, providing access to a broader investor base. This global accessibility is facilitated by the decentralization nature of blockchain technology, allowing for cross-border transactions, such as if you go over, let's say, if you want to go to like Brazil as an example, or to the Dominican Republic, and you happen to pop in your Visa card that's loaded with crypto, and you're able to exchange out their currency in regards to that rate, and you have nothing to worry about. Automated compliance, smart contracts, ebbed in security tokens automate compliance with contractual and legal obligations. This can include the automatic distribution of dividends, execution of voting rights, and other functions, reducing the need for intermediaries. Fractional ownership. Security tokens enable fractional ownership of high value assets. Investors can own a fraction of an asset, making it more accessible to a wider range of investors who might not have the means to purchase the entire asset. And then innovative fundraising. Security tokens offer new possibilities for fundraising, such as security token offerings, STOs. These regulated fundraising methods provide companies with the way to raise capital by offering security tokens to investors, such as the Celia tokens that my team has been getting into because we mine Celia every day. And Celia is Africa's first cryptocurrency that they have, which is actually backed by their resources, which is going to be on the BNB blockchain. So if you haven't got a chance to look into Celia pretty soon, what I'll do is I'll make sure that there's a link to the various different stuff that my team is associated with, so that way you can be a part of the revolution and be a part of it. That way you're not left behind, and that way you can also have stuff streamlined as well. We're going to have more of a public crypto chat in regards to WhatsApp. So for those that are within the melanated area that want to have more knowledge to get more in depth with us, me and my team will gladly be able to speak with you guys, show you guys some information, and help you along the lines of what you're wanting to look at. Mind you, we're not giving you financial advice. The only thing of what we're doing is saying, hey, this is what we're showing in the market trends. If you want to look into this, if you feel like this is something for you, go ahead. If not, go ahead and bypass it. But at least to have more knowledge and understanding in regards to this marketplace, just like your traditional marketplace, is more of my aim and goal. So wherever you feel like you want to take your financial adventures to in regards to this space, you will have the power, know-how, and you will be armored and ready for what is to come. So that way you can divvy out your finances like how you want to. And so that's basically to give you guys the understanding about like what are security tokens and utility tokens as well. So let me go ahead and get into what meme coins are. Meme coins, the quickest and sweetest breakdown without getting too techy for individuals is a community-based coin. So you have a community of individuals getting together, such as let's take Doge because that's the perfect one because now Doge has went from being a meme coin to a utility token now. Because it started off as a bunch of individuals, creating memes about the Japanese dog, which is the representation of Doge. So people kept doing that, and then one day an individual decided he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and make a token off of it to represent that." And the community of individuals that liked those that was creating memes off of it started to initially pull their investment into it, which it became an ICO in a sense to its initial coin offering to say, hey, here's this. So he created it in one instance, and overnight he woke up and he had millions of dollars invested into it. So we take that community, we times it, we basically speed it up to a point to where it catches the attention of Elon Musk. Now Elon Musk is starting to invest inside of meme token in which he winds up to grab it and utilize it with along the lines of you can buy Tesla stock, you can buy a Tesla truck, you can utilize it on the X platform later on down the line once he finishes getting that aspect of it situated. Because a lot of people don't know that X is a bank. It's not just a platform for you to, tweet and everything else. And that's why he renamed it because it's an actual bank. And you can look this up yourself. So the utilitarian feature of Dogecoin on said platform is going to allow new investors to have a new area to utilize their coin and then start branching off to other coins which will have more of utilitarian value. But that's basically the breakdown some of what a meme coin is. You have your people. Shoot, Star Wars could have a meme coin, and then Star Wars will wind up having you. And I just gave something out there, and people are gonna probably wind up doing. But if Lucas Art, if he were to create, if the Star Wars people were to create a Star Wars meme coin itself, you not know how much that would be, how much people would pour into that, and then you would have a utilitarian value to where you would be able to purchase certain aspects of things that are related
And you talking
to.
about the whole Star Wars community would already buy
Man,
into it.
you know how much, bruh.
That's
Think
a lot.
about that. So if
That'd
they
be a
were to,
lot, man.
yeah. So that's to break that aspect down so people know the difference between utilities, they know security, they know me. And when it comes to actual cryptocurrency, such as like Bitcoin, Bitcoin is on its own chain. Bitcoin is its own. It has a certain amount of what it can be actually mined out. That is to where it has its value in itself. And it's actually a traded commodity of what it has a denominated value behind it. That's what makes it an actual cryptocurrency. Unlike your other ones, which they have their ICOs and other stuff, Bitcoin didn't. Bitcoin was set to be mined out, and the ones that are mined out like Bitcoin, those are the actual currencies like Solana as well too. Now, when you have your other coins that go on those chains, such as how Ethereum is its own currency, but you have all these other coins built on the Ethereum chain. That's what makes them tokens. So when you have stuff built on like the Bitcoin blockchain, those tied into Bitcoin, it helps to fuel Bitcoin more because people are paying to use use this blockchain services to create these tokens or these other ones that when people invest in that, you're investing more into Bitcoin as well too, not just buying up Bitcoin itself. So that's how the ecosystem works. And And that's what I wanted to give as a breakdown today so people have more of an understanding. And next segment, I'll look into more of utility tokens for people to look to invest in, which I feel is very good pick. And as well, I will always say buy up more Bitcoin if you're not mining it, if you're not using relative platforms such as websites in order to obtain it, if you're not utilizing faucet services, which faucet services give you little bits and pieces of various coins and tokens and stuff for doing clicking on ads or watching different videos for like 30 seconds, and they give you those values. If you're not doing those type of things to acquire it outside of buying it, you're wasting time because there's certain aspects of that tool you can set up where it's running in the background. So if you're not having stuff making money or getting the digital assets for yourself, you really are screwing over your time. And there's too many different ways where you can set up stuff to have that running, do a couple of clicks here, watch a couple of videos, as much stuff as you're watching throughout the day, as much as you're sitting up there. And shoot, even for the people that sit up there and watch hours of television at a time, in the midst of while you're watching TV, you could be sitting up here clicking on different websites or utilizing your time to be obtaining cryptos. Like even on my team, I'm giving them websites, applications, or different various ways. We have over 20 different ways of obtaining crypto, so there's no excuses on my team. So there's different ways to obtain it. So like I always say, your time is equivalent to your wealth, and what you do with your time is how you obtain your wealth. So are you sitting up there watching like Happy Days or something else on TV and not having anything acquired and still fussing about the fact that you got to get up to go to work in the morning for somebody else? Are you sitting up there looking at the time to where you're going to leverage how you're working for somebody else and then use your free time to end yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you going to do about it? You going to fuss, grab and complain and still be in the same situation? Or you going to sit up there and say, you know what? Let me take this free time that I have that I'm going to BS to make some money off of this because that's all I really want to do. And that's going to solidify me to be able to do better stuff. So later on down the line, I ain't got to work for this person no more. The only thing I have to do is work for myself. And I'll end it there. I'll pass it over to you, Wildcat. You know I got to make them think.
Yeah, no, man. You got to make them think, man. This is what it is, dude. Shoot. You got to do that, bro. What is it? Hey, man, why you so low? Why you so low, Mac?
It is what it is, man. That's what you
Hey,
sound
it
like.
is. It is what it is, dude. It's because I'm a little bit, I'm easy right now. Easy night Sunday morning. Easy like Sunday morning, dog. It's Thursday night. Well, it's Friday morning.
Man, I'll say this real quick too. 10% of your additional earnings of which you get in outside of whatever your main stuff is, if you got something on the side coming in, 10% of that stuff to go directly into Bitcoin or into of other coins.
I mean, really, when you look at it, dog, if you got a way to have like a auto fucking pay in like an app or something that deal with Bitcoin, just go and put that shit in $20, $30 a fucking pay period, whatever.
You know what? This is the time, and this Cash App's gonna love me. I use Cash App. Cash App has a feature to where you can buy into Bitcoin as well when your checks are deposited into it, and you have automatic deposit. You can automatically deposit that into Bitcoin. Hence, that's where I was saying 10% of whatever you gain to go into Bitcoin. So, as an example, for the people that are here in Texas or anywhere else that does DoorDash, as an example, if you're doing DoorDash and that's something on the side, why don't you get yourself a Cash App account? Tie in your DoorDash to Cash App. That way, whenever you get your money from DoorDash, you automatically convert that into Bitcoin. Or if you're doing Favor or whatever other service that you have into it, they all will tie into that. Once you have your money going over to there, that way you have continuous returns. I mean, it's your side money, so you might as well have your side money have something more tangible versus it just sitting there. And then the other feature in regards to Cash App is that they actually have a savings. They have that savings aspect where you get money in return. Because I'm constantly seeing to where, hey, this is my roundup. This is the extra earnings of what I have over there. So I have it going to me twofold because not only do I have the money being round up and being saved in their save feature because it's FDIC approved and it's backed up anyway. So not only do I have that functioning feature, but I also have it to where I have Bitcoin going in, my Bitcoin going as well. In which after a while, I'll take that money out of there and I transfer it over to my cold wallet. But I have a double whammy going there. So the money that I do have an initial savings account that I have set up there, I turn around and I flip that and put that into Bitcoin after a while once I get to a relative amount. And then 10% of my earnings of what I make from Favorite and DoorDash automatically go into Bitcoin as well too.
Right.
Not to also, speaking of the mining apps that we use, bro, and then the other apps that we use as well too. So round the clock, I'm making cryptocurrency 24/7. When I sleep, when I eat, even when I go to the restroom or when I'm washing my ass, I'm making money. That's how our people need to operate. Versus they sit up there worried about sliding, watching the television and sit up there twiddling their thumbs or they sit up there or being mad about stuff. It's like, man, screw all that. Turn around, focus on your cheddar. Get that stuff situated onto this new digital front that's coming on so that way you're ahead of it, you're not behind. Especially in regards to our people, we be fussing and complaining so much, and it's like you're not utilizing your time right. The only person that you can be mad at is yourself. And if you're tired of being mad at yourself, I'm gonna ask the audience this, and I'll shut up because I can go on to a tangent. How long you gonna keep bumping your head up against that brick wall and seeing that red trickle down your face until you get tired of it?
He
How
gonna
long you
cause
gonna
himself a damn concussion, dog.
How long you gonna keep doing yourself like that? Are you gonna be like, you know what, enough is enough? Let me stop doing that because me fussing and complaining about a situation that I'm not doing anything about is insanity. Let me do something about the situation which is very tangible for me, and you facilitate your finances that way. I don't care if it's $100 a week, a month that you can invest in that. You got the free money, invest in it. Stop
Invest in
playing
it.
with yourself because you're the only
Stop
one
playing
playing
with
with
yourself.
you. I'm not playing with anybody, and I'm definitely not playing with myself. And that's it on
Facts.
me. That's it on me.
Facts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So now what we folks, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna take a little break to just go ahead on just remind you guys to click like, subscribe, share the live. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be more content coming. We're gonna start having some pre-recorded stuff done too. You're gonna see some editing. You're gonna see some. Just hang in there with us. Hang in there with us. 3-man podcast, man, is what we do. We're
We
gonna do
build
this
the plane
thing,
as
man.
we fly it.
Yeah, we're building the plane as we fly, dog. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? 3-man podcast. You know what I'm saying? So once again, like, subscribe, share, and we are going to kick it to Mr. Max Powers because we are about to get into some shit here now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all doing to this lovely evening? For the people on the West Coast and the East Coast, good morning. Now, this is something I've been thinking about for the last, I don't know, couple of months. And I was just like, are black men really leaving the Democrat Party? And don't I'll be honest with you, I never had any faith that black men were going to wake up. But what is showing, black men are leaving the Democratic Party in droves. Not only it's like a particular form of black man is the blue collar black man is leaving the Democrat Party. Now, to the brothers up here,
Yes,
why
sir.
is that? Do anybody know why are black men leaving the Democrat Party?
I'm gonna say that they have gotten tired of continuing to support a party that has not shown them to be a priority. I would say that has to sum up my damn thoughts on that.
Hmm.
I'ma be a guillotine and say that they didn't finally woke up from what JFK said a long time ago, and they finally understand exactly what this place was built on, so that way they can move like how they need to. I'ma say it like that. It's been past their time frame too, so he was right. Time is up.
Time is up.
That's time.
Yep.
So you got that video clip that I sent you. You don't mind playing that video clip?
You want me the
The
one that's on the screen with Obama right now?
with Obama? What
Another
with
one
Obama?
with Obama.
Yeah. Go ahead. Play that
Okay,
one.
I'll go ahead and play that show, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'll play that thing, y'all.
I'm just handing grabbing.
You're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
I mean, come on, man. Like, y'all here, hold on, man. You know what? Let's go back. Let me pull it back up, man. And
Play one more time.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
One more time for the gun line. To tell about the gun line.
One more time for the gun line.
About sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you.
Hold on. History of denigrating you. So was it not Biden himself who said the last time he was running, if you do not vote for me, didn't he say something like, if you don't vote for me, or if you vote something like that, you ain't black?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you have a problem of figure out to vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Then you ain't black. That's denigration. Not to mention all the shit Biden did back in the day with the busing of the students and shit, which Kamala herself said that she was one of them students that he had to be bussed.
Wait 1 second. Didn't Kamala said that Joe Biden was a sexist and a racist?
Yes. Yes, I'm pretty sure I could find that video too. But she definitely said that shit. Matter of fact, she brought up the fact about the busing in the it was a vice presidential, if I'm not mistaken, it was either a vice presidential debate or it was when he was running for vice president with Obama.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on the debates. She was in the debates as well, and they debated each other. See how they do, folks. See how they do.
One of the reasons why, which Obama just showed it, is that our vote is always important whenever you realize that you need it. You need the black vote. That's when our vote is important to the Democrat Party. Just think about it. Obama, this is the same black man. One of his last speech, his exiting speech as president. You know what he said after spending 8 years? After spending 8 years as the president of the United States of America, his last exiting speech, he said, "I'm going to figure out a way to do something about the crime in Chicago." His last exiting speech after serving 8 years, he didn't do shit for Chicago for 8 years, which is in my mind, that is criminal in my book. Not only didn't do nothing. What it was Obama. Yeah, it was 2016. Is Chicago better or is it worse since Obama served?
It's definitely worse.
Exactly. Now, a lot of people could say that Southside Chicago has gotten better. Now, don't get it. Maybe the murder rates have came down a little bit, because
That's a
Memphis
very
is,
it's not a plausible murder, maybe.
mm,
It not
yeah,
be plausible at all.
and so Memphis taken over that spot. But all the black precincts ever since Obama has left the presidency has gotten worse. The political violence honestly started under Obama around 2012. That's when you start seeing political violence because let's just be real. If it wasn't for that campaign of Black Lives Matter and Trayvon Martin, Barack Obama was not going to win his second term. He was on track to lose his second term. It's even a proven fact to show that he went up in the polls whenever the whole Trayvon Martin situation has whenever the Trayvon Martin situation happened. So my
Wow.
problem, and this goes to my okay, hold on. This goes to my second problem. My second problem is I'm tired of Democrat Party gaining political gains off of the backs of dead black men.
You're right.
Yeah, that's something that not a lot of people will say, but that is the truth. Every single time, George Floyd, another dead black man, political gains, Democrat Party. Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner,
The list goes
Brown.
on and on.
The list goes on and on. So how many dead black men does it take black men to realize that the Democrat Party is not on your side, and not only the Democrat Party is not on your side, they will put policies in your community, watch you drown, watch you crash out. Then at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, you know what? White supremacy, you need to blame the white man. You're the white man. Come on.
I'll tell you. I mean, the
But
Democratic Party is already fooled people into thinking they had nothing to do with slavery when they were the party of slaves.
yeah, the party of slavery, party of Jim Crow. If you're an actual student of history, you would know that every good thing that has happened for the black community everything that happened in the black community all came from the Republicans. Like honestly, what black folks are gonna bring up, Lyndon B. Johnson, it was a Republican-backed bill. That's the reason why.
When they said he was gonna have us vote Democrat for the next 50 generations that
Yeah.
were ancient. So that's why I'm like, his time is up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so when people like, well, Lyndon B. Johnson, all that, I was like, all of those bills that quote unquote supposed to benefit the bills that actually benefit black people were Republican bills. The Voters' Right Act, Republican bills. You know what the Democrats did? After that voter rights bill, they was just like this is how much Democrats hate black people. They signed in the 1965 Migration Act. If you read that, and if you understand the plight and history of the American Negro, you will understand that, well, ever since, before that, there weren't black folks coming into the country. After that bill, they diluted the black vote with people outside of the country who are quote unquote identify as black. Example, Exhibit A, Kamala. She only used the time that she is quote unquote black, and I'm using black very fucking loosely because I put her in the book of Rachel Dolezal. But the only thing I can say about I could at least say about Rachel Dolezal, she actually had a black job, worked for the NCAACP. She had a black husband, and she also had black babies. I can't say none of that for Kamala Harris.
You sure can't.
So,
Rachel
my bad.
Dolezal, I still know like her some Mandingo.
I owe you Rachel Dolezal, baby. I owe you apologize. I apologize.
She love us some Mandingo.
I heard And I heard at the NCAA chapter in Spokane, you actually did a good job. It's all good now. We could say, Rachel, now you are black, sweetheart. I mean,
Yeah,
I
she can
could
come to
say
the
it.
cookout
You
anytime,
are
dog.
black. You are not only
She's
you
invited to
invited
the
to the
cookout.
cookout, you could come to the funeral. That's
I'm
what you
trying
could
to
come
tell
to the
you.
funeral. You
And to the repast. And to the repast. She can come to the repast and get a nice
no.
plate.
Oh yeah. You come
You know
to
what
the
I'm saying?
repast, get you a
Get you a
nice
nice
plate, all
plate.
that.
Yeah,
Make sure you bring
dog.
that liquor. You know.
Exactly.
Black folks love liquor. So
A pint of Erkenjerk or some Hennessy.
nah, we don't want that Erkenjerk and Hennessy. We want you to bring that Idaho moonshine. That's what you bring, sweetheart.
I
You
mean,
bring
you
the
want
Idaho
you bring
moonshine,
your
Rachel.
bottle of that goddamn
They gon'
Glenfiddich.
nigga, they about to call me all types of sellouts now. Like I'm like, all right.
Let me get that 14-year Glenfiddich.
And speaking of sellouts, that goes to my next point. Why are
Okay.
black men leaving the Democratic Party? Because we disagree with you ideologically. I can't even say the word. My bad, y'all.
Ideologically, we disagree
Yeah,
with your ideology.
yeah, we disagree with your ideology.
Right.
We become all types of racial epithets. You will call us Sambo. You call us all types of names in the book except for child of God. You will call us everything. I have literally been on a panel on TikTok where a woman accused me for liking other men's private areas. I'm not going to say it. And she accused me
That's
of
crazy.
that while hearing my girl in the background. Not only hearing my girl in the background, seeing my girl on camera, but accused me. And so my thing is to the LGBTQ, I'm calling y'all out now. The Democrats do this shit all the time, especially black females when it comes to the Democrat Party. They will accuse a man of being a certain being a certain I'm trying to okay, I forgot. We're not on TikTok. We're on YouTube. I can say how I can say it. Basically, calling the black man who you know is gay. I mean, sorry, calling the black man who you know is not gay. Then to all the LGBT, I'm like, okay, so what? First of all, if I was an actual gay man, wouldn't that be gay shaming? Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
homophobic rhetoric?
Yeah.
But black women get away because gay black men know they can't say nothing because they going to be black women will treat them like the punks that they know they are.
Yeah, that's great.
Pretty much.
So and if these are Democratic people. Now, if me as a black Republican saying if I would say such a thing, negative towards a Democrat to a Democrat, I will either be canceled. Damn sure, I know I'm going to be doxxed. Like, don't get it twisted. But I will be canceled. I will have to worry about my financial, my banking, how the way I manage my finances are in jeopardy. There's so many different things are in jeopardy just because I disagree with your ideology and I disagree with you politically. And another topic,
Another
pandering.
topic. Pandering.
Black men are tired of the Democrat Party pandering to black men. We are tired of the pandering bullshit.
Yeah.
We're tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because slavery happened, damn near what 100 and
What? 13, 14 years ago.
168 years or something like that, around that ballpark, give or
Something
take.
like that.
Don't quote me. Yeah, 168 years ago. Don't mean you can
Regardless.
continuously complaining about the white man of slavery back then.
They still
Playing
blaming that
y'all
shit
play
to
the
Jim
race
Crow and
card
all
like
that
y'all
other
playing Pokemon Go. No, they play the Democrat Party play the race card like we playing Yu-Gi-Oh, goddamn Pokemon trading cards. We playing
No, like we
spades,
playing
trying to
spades,
cut my
nigga,
book.
trying to goddamn run a Boston on a nigga.
Yeah, you trying to play? I cut my. You try to cut my build yourself up by the bootstraps with your damn white victimhood black privilege card, whatever the fuck you want to call it, project Pat baby card. That's what you want to call it. Yeah, project baby card.
He feels some
My
kind of way
goddamn
about this subject.
Dude,
yeah.
listen,
The reason
Project,
you said what, Dragon? My bad, brother. I ain't hear you, sir.
I said you must be feeling some type of way for you to say Project Pat. That's a lot.
Yeah, well,
One of the most
and
underrated rappers.
and no disrespect to you, Project Pat. Man, you know, man, hey, Project Pat.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm saying I love some Project Pat.
Hey, I love you, Project Pat.
One of the most underrated rappers in the South. One of the most underrated.
Bald head, scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back, jailed up. Yeah, yeah, Project Pat. Yeah, we go way back, bro. Go, we started from the bottom. Now we're here. Yeah. All the pandering that the Democrat Party be doing to black folks, bruh. Even knowing now that a lot of the policies and pandering have destroyed the black family.
Mm-hmm.
Black men, we understand a couple of things, but one thing we damn sure understand is mother, father, sister, brother. Mother, father, sister, brother. That's the family unit. We understand that. But y'all promote Democrat Party has become the party of degeneracy, bruh. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's a party of degeneracy.
Messing society up, Charlie.
Like, and to all the white people, you hear this. I'm about to say something. Black folks gonna call me a sellout. I don't give a F anyway. F it. I'm gonna let it fly out. Would you like your white community to look like the black community?
You know good and dumb.
Exactly. Just by you thinking of it, you know the answer is hell no. 1 out of 4 of our women will ever get married. Damn near the pookie and criminal aspect of the black community has been terrorizing the black community for generations. But you know, these mainstream media correspondents won't say a damn thing about it for some particular reason why. They care more about, you know, police brutality, which is not the main brutality in the black community that black folks are mainly scared of. You can't even, if somebody breaks in your house next door, like breaks in your own home, actually, your next door neighbor can't even call the police because they don't want to be labeled as a snitch. Now, for the next clip, can you play that next clip for me?
So you want the
Wildcat?
next clip? I do the next clip.
Play that next clip for me. And
are you talking about this guy here?
Yep, and stop it at 1 minute and 52 seconds for me.
1 minute 52. Let's go.
President Trump's plan to homeschool families. All of this is about whites. Homeschooling, auto workers, all of this is about white people. This has nothing to do with you, black man. Because as Obama pointed out, the only history that Trump has with you is denigrating you. You remember he took out the full-page ad to have the Central Park 5 executed? I heard a YouTuber say he doesn't care about that, a black YouTuber. Say he doesn't care about that. And you plan on voting, 20% of you under the age of 50. You plan on voting for him. Again, preventing World War III. Joe Biden has been a disaster for the economy, which is crazy. You're in here all right, but only in terms of being victimized by Trump white supremacist agenda. Protect Medicare and Social Security. What does any of this have to do with you, black man? I'm telling you nothing except for the things that I showed you. So therefore, as Obama said, why in the world would you vote for a man like this? It is like voting for the slave master. It is like voting for the colonizer. That's what this is all about. That's how you look out here right now. That's exactly how you look. Like you're poised to vote for the colonizer, for the.
It's just still interesting that they want to always say you want to vote for the colonizer, or the slave master, when the Democratic Party is the party of slavery. They are originally the party of slavery.
Slave master.
You're right.
And that's what Obama's trying to get you to see, trying to get you to see beyond the disinformation that has been flooded into your brains.
All right, that's 152, right? That's 152. Max? Max.
My bad. I was talking. My bad, brother.
That was 152, man.
All right, man. So, one, my daddy died last year in March. So who the hell you talking to? Two, under Trump's presidency, I'm gonna be real. There has not been a time to where I ever complain about groceries. I cannot remember ever. And you're talking to a man who's in the meat. Who you talking about? A man who's around produce all the time. I've never complained about
you was about to say something else. You about to say something else. You had to change that shit up. I heard you about to say it, nigga. You might as well say what you was gonna say.
You don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about. I ain't had to worry about produce. I ain't had to worry about none of that shit. But in this economy, goddamn, bro, I was sweating like a stripper on the front row at church on a Sunday, bro. Like last time I went Walmart and had the nerves and thinking I'm gonna have 4 bags worth of groceries. Shit, I looked at the cop looking at me and like, shit, I'm getting robbed too. What you looking at? Shit, that's what the cop looking at me like. Shit, like every single time I go to Walmart, I feel like somebody got a gun. Like somebody got like
you getting
I ain't getting bent over and took down. Somebody got a knife in my back. Like, yeah, you gonna hey, scan it. I'm like, come on, bruh. Man, like I don't got scan it, bruh. I'm like, fuck, all right. Think, God, it feel like, man, damn, it's like watching a car crash every single time I go grocery shopping, bro. That's how bad that shit is, bro.
That shit's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Anybody ever if you ever had the due diligence, whoever experienced seeing a car crash, it is like mind-boggling because the fact that when I was growing up, you know, I'm sounding like I'm old as hell. When I was growing up, I remember growing up, and I always hear a car crash, but I never seen it. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You usually hear a car crash, but you never.
Yeah, you usually
don't see
hear it. Yeah, you usually don't see it.
Yeah. And so that's what it's like. It's like seeing car crashes every single time I scan an item at the grocery store. It's a damn shame. Then people want us black men to not believe our own eyes, which is mind-boggling for me. Like, don't believe your own eyes, brother. No, man, don't you realize the economy is good? What are you talking about? What we talking about? The economy ain't good. It is great right now. I'm like, for who? Then you realize who the people are. The people who tend to gonna be voting Democrat. They ain't the hard working brother like me and you. You know,
They surely are not.
No, I guarantee
Hollywood
you,
elites.
Yeah, I guaranteed you they don't know what the hell a 9 to 5 is. And it's
Hell
like
no.
whenever what's his name? He was on CNN, and he's a businessman, a man who has worked with his hands. There is also a Yale, Harvard elite who has a degree. She's talking about the economy in theory, while it's Kevin O'Leary. While Kevin O'Leary is talking about the economy, like, no, this is actually how it goes down. You feel me?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
And so now, now you see who's voting for who. Like, it's only two type of people. It's the people who are, who highly educated, and let's just be real, if they had to come on the free market with us, they won't be able to survive. So they need the government. Then it's also the very low political IQ, and honestly, Kamala Harris got this far after that Fox News debacle. Is just low IQ people in general are voting for Kamala Harris.
It's it's just like when Trump ran the first time. People that are the base of that person that's in that party, it's nothing you can say, nothing you can do to sway them whatsoever. It's who you gonna get that's either in that middle or is moderate that's going to go which side or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. See, now I don't blame black women for voting for Kamala Harris. I don't blame black women for voting for Kamala Harris because that's their interest. The Democrat Party has shown that they're the party of black women, and so what are you doing, buddy? Okay, yeah, they have shown they're a party of black women. So I'm not mad if a black woman like, well, I ain't voting for Trump because Kamala is gonna do this for black women, which, you know what? Hey, they have been on point when it comes to certain promises to black women, which I cannot figure out. The only thing I can think of is the Crown Act that Biden Harris administration has done that benefited black people, but it just didn't benefit black people. It benefited also, the people who want color hair, because you realize you're starting to see that a lot now. People, I tend to never see people who used to have their hair colored, all that, like different hairstyles, risky hairstyles in Republican states. Now I'm seeing it more and more, and I realize, oh yeah, it was because of the Crown Act. So the Crown Act didn't benefit black people the way black folks thought it was going to benefit them. It benefited everybody. What specific policy that the Biden Harris administration has done that you could say that benefited black people?
I
All right.
can't say it, man.
Damn.
Not off the top of my head, man. I can't say nothing off the top of my head. I can't. Go ahead.
No one? No one? There has not been any policies that has just benefited black folks.
It's been black and some other people. It's never been just
Yeah, black
only.
folks. Yeah, just only black folks. Now, where, if I remember correctly, a political promise that was made to the Native Americans was getting rid of the Keystone Pipeline, because what wasn't it at Standing Ground where they was trying to lay the pipeline down at?
It was
I
on
think it was.
ceremonial ground.
Yeah, it was ceremonial, bro.
Yeah, and I guess yeah. So yeah, like I said, I lost faith. Like, do I believe black men leaving the Democrat Party? Hell yeah. The smart ones, hell yeah. But the weak, pathetic, guys who need a mercy fuck, those dudes, yeah, they are the ones that are the only one part of the Democrat Party. And also, don't forget the guys who need to get their testosterone levels checked. Yeah.
Boy, you stupid.
It's the truth, though. It's the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel you on that.
like those dudes. Only way they could get loved by a woman is a mercy F. That is it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
hey.
go. You want to keep going with the clip?
Yeah, I mean, you don't you got another clip? You got another clip.
Yeah, I
brother.
got another. You don't want me to continue with this and go to another, you mean? Or you want me to play this out? It's 16 minutes long though. So.
No, go to the next one. That's
Okay.
all I wanted is hear from that clip.
Okay.
It's these and I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these. And one last thing, and before you start the next clip,
I'll go ahead.
why are they talking to us grown black men like we're fucking children?
I don't know, man. That's what I've been wondering too. Like in Obama's clip that we played, like the way he condescending and speaking down to us, like, why y'all think we don't have our own intellect that we can choose for ourselves? I mean, we did the whole identity voting just because someone's black when Obama ran. And at this point, it's like, look, time out for voting for someone because they got the same complexion of your skin. Let's vote on somebody that's based on accomplishments and their skills. What are they going to be able to get? What are they going to get done? You know what I'm saying? How can they lead the people? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm about to show you something. I think this is the same clip, but if y'all saw that Kamala Harris interview on Fox, this chick snaps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell she got that snap about her. Like the chick can mess around and get pissed off and fucking blow the whole world up, dude. Serious, man. Shit's crazy. This has something to do with. Listen to this for a minute.
That's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Young black men in particular. Sometimes there's a trend line. You know, I look at the polls all the time, and sometimes there's a trend line that I never noticed before and make me go, whoa. This is one of them, all right? This is the Democratic margin among black men under the age of 45 in presidential elections. You go back to November of 2012, what do you see? You see Obama by 81. Clinton only won by 63. Then we're all the way down to Biden last time around by 53. A tremendous drop already. And then you take a look at the average of the most recent polls.
She doesn't have the same numbers as them. How is she going to fucking win?
Points. That is about half the margin that Obama won them by back in November of 2012. And this,
Hillary
I think, is, you know,
beat,
when Barack Obama goes in last week when he was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, essentially talking to young black men, he made it seem like it was.
Do y'all see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Hillary got beat, and she was plus 63. She way down plus 41. And since 1960,
specific problem.
The lowest with
this
black
is part
men.
of a long-standing trend of young black men moving away from the Democratic Party, and Kamala Harris is just the latest to face that magnitude of younger black men going towards the Republicans.
That was most interesting here is the trend line and where some of the biggest drops happened or already happened in this case. How about black men overall?
How about black men overall? It's part of the same picture, you know. We're looking once again at younger black men. It looks like the worst Democratic performance since 1960, since JFK versus Richard Nixon. It's the same thing among black men overall. Again, part of a similar trend, but here actually the drop-off isn't as dramatic, right? Barack Obama won him by 85, then you see 71 with Clinton, 69, Biden, basically the same thing, holding steady. But here, again, very, very weak, only a 54-point margin. Now, again, still winning them by a large margin, but considerably lower than what we're used to, certainly considerably lower what we had during the Obama years. The bottom line is Kamala Harris with younger black men and then black men overall putting in historically weak performance for a Democratic.
Is she getting any relief with black women?
All right. So, you know, we're talking about the trend line, right? And black women, look, she's doing better with black women than she is doing among black men. But here, there isn't a trend line almost until we get to Kamala Harris. So again, this is a black margin among black women. Look, Obama won him by 93, very large margin. Clinton won him by 93, a very large margin. Biden did a little bit worse at 85, but then you look here and you get a 71-point margin. Now, again, these are large margins, but the bottom line is when you're talking about the base of the Democratic Party, you would think that Kamala Harris would do very well among black women based upon history, and of course, she would be the first black woman president, but she's actually doing the worst for a Democratic candidate among black women since 1960, if this holds.
And again, when you look at the numbers here, whenever you come in, looking at the trends is probably the most important thing.
If you don't know, today Kamala Harris released her agenda for Black men because now she's realizing, which everyone's been saying, I've been saying, a lot of YouTubers, independent people have been saying, she is losing the Black vote. The Democrats have been bleeding out the Black vote, and they try to blame Black men. Obama's blame Black men, different people blame Black men, but looks like women, as I've reported, are also leaving the Democrat plantation. And guys, I say it every time, I'm independent, because no one should own your vote. You should vote on the policies that you believe in, those things that affect you. And you also need to vote in a way that make sure that candidates, when they promise something during election time, that they're going to follow through. They're going to do the things that they promise. But what they have done to the Black community over and over is promise, bring up things that the vast majority of Black people don't care about. All we care about is voting rights, and everything is racist. We're not worried about, the inflation, the high prices, the cost of goods. We're not worried about, our border, about illegal immigrants. We're not worried about any of that. We just want, the Voting Rights Act. That's what they try to spin us. And then Hillary's going to give us a little hot sauce on the side. And Kamala is going to make us some greens in her bathtub while she carries 2 bags of them through the airport, because she just
pause that.
Wash our
Hold on.
bath.
All right, go. What's up?
She just said something there that is very important. Now,
Can
Black
we
folks,
take it back a
this
couple
is
seconds.
no, you don't have to stop it. You don't have to rewind it. So,
Okay.
Black folks, to all the Black folks who's going to be listening to this or are listening, so especially the ones who grew up around their grandparents from the country,
Thank you.
or from the South, or just pretty much the rural areas. She did not know the difference between a bathtub and a tub. That should show
Right.
you how much she respects you. She don't know the
Exactly.
difference. And to all the people who know the difference, that should insult you that should insult you more than Rachel Dolezal ever did.
Well, no Black person is washing any damn collars in the bathtub. It's them
Ain't no
damn.
bruh.
That's
I
them
even
big
asked
ass
my
aluminum ass pans, like the tub will be on the ground or some shit. If they
I
really need to
even
do a whole lot of them.
I even asked my grandma, "You gonna eat some of her collard greens?" She was like, "No."
Hell no, she just
She was
wash them
like,
bitches in the tub.
"I wouldn't eat them." She's like, "I wouldn't eat them bitches that they will wrap around $1 million." Hell no, I wouldn't eat them. Motherfucker. I was like, "Grandma," I might put some Tabasco in that shit, but Grandma, I'm gonna eat these greens for us.
Yeah.
But not ask what your stomach can do for you, but ask what
That's
you
what
can do
you
for
do
your
for your
stomach.
stomach. Goddamn. Hell yeah, nigga. Got that right.
But yeah, because if she would have been like, yeah, man, she was one year I had to make I had to put all them greens in the tub. Man, it took me hours. And I've been like, okay, you know what? Yeah,
She
she
know what she
black.
doing.
She black. But she said in the bathtub, I was like,
Bitch, ain't nobody washing
man,
no bathtub.
as high
Black folks too goddamn clean for that shit. We can't, we don't eat everybody food.
it might be ratchet. The ratchet motherfuckers might be like, man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
But shit,
All that.
sir.
Nope, I'm
that.
good. I've been homeless. I ain't been that homeless.
Exactly.
I've been
nigga.
I ain't eating your tub greens.
Nope. Hell no.
Oh shoot. Oh damn it. You know what?
What?
I'm about
What
to
happened?
buy me a tub for Thanksgiving, bro, and make me some tub greens.
Boy, you stupid.
I'm gonna go to
You
a
stupid.
Friendsgiving.
People's bodies are washed, and
Say these are Kamala greens.
not a black person
Kamala
on earth
greens, you stupid.
would ever do that. But again, they didn't need to do anything for the black vote because they just assumed it will always be in their pocket.
That right there. They assume that we will vote for them. You know what I'm saying? If you put somebody up there that's black, identity politics,
Hey,
right?
how insulting! Like honestly, black folks, bruh, I'm a little insulted just by out of all the people. Like whenever I speak of, like, I remember one time I was in New Hampshire. No, I was in Massachusetts, and there was a brother who was on the forklift, you know, all that shit, and I was listening them talking shit about Ben Carson, right?
Right.
And I'm like, Ben Carson is probably one of the best of us as black doctors. And the dude gonna sit there and tell me Ben Carson is trash because you disagree with him politically?
Yeah, that's some bull.
And he's trash to
That's some real
where
bull, though.
in my experience and for what I realize, or from my experience now, this is the adult. This is just me personally. I have watched a lot of black women get houses under HUD during the Trump administration.
I guess they forgot about that.
Exactly. So when the ladies flexing about black houses, you know, black women own more houses than black women. I'm like, cool. When you look at the numbers, it was during the Trump era. So what are we talking about?
Exactly.
Like,
but you don't want them in office, though.
You don't want him in office, but you were doing good. And like they didn't present, out of all the black women, they couldn't present somebody better.
I mean, Tulsi Gabbard is a woman of color. She ain't no black woman, but I would vote for Tulsi Gabbard.
I vote for Tulsi Gabbard. At least I can say
Damn
Tulsi
right.
Gabbard.
She actually she's a leader too. She's a lieutenant fucking colonel.
Well, the reason why I like Tulsi Gabbard and RFK and Trump, at least I can say they got some fucking balls.
Mm-hmm.
At least I can say Trump, RFK, Tulsi Gabbard stood up against the government, stood up against the establishment.
Yep.
They called RFK a nut job. They called Tulsi Gabbard a Russian asset, a spy for the Russian government.
Yeah, they put her on the watch list and shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'm like, and that's the reason whenever they like Hawaii's gonna go blue, and I'm like, in what fucking world will they ever go blue? I'm like, if Hawaii goes blue, that basically tells me that these people care more about ideology than them damn selves. Because what the Biden government did to Hawaii, not showing up the way they should have shown up, not showing up how Trump showed up, man. One thing I can say about Trump is I watched Trump waste more money during a national disaster than any organization, than any administration I experienced. Under Obama, during his hurricane seasons, he wasn't sending money like that. Trump, man, this dude, bruh, FEMA bought a whole warehouse just to oblige the orders that they needed in Houston. But my bad. I'm long stroking. My bad, bro.
You what? Pause, nigga. Pause.
No Diddy.
Do what you do. Pause, nigga.
I know I'm talking long. I'm long stroking, guys. I'm long stroking tonight. No Diddy. No Diddy.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
Make this big because I want to show you guys what this agenda is and how diluted and just deranged and pandering it actually is.
Melanie, I give up these passport bro
So
life for you, baby.
whoever this dude
trying to
is, he's
tell
in
you, that
everybody's
motherfucker right there,
comments,
boy.
just like, you know, so mad that
It's
black
them
men
lips,
just aren't
boy. She got
accepting
them
it.
big
He's
ass
sure,
fucking
I'm sure he's a
BSLs on
paid
her,
shill,
dog.
or you know, whatever
Them
it is he's
pretty
supposed to be
ass
doing. But it
eyes.
says today Kamala Harris has released a specific, in caps, agenda
Guys,
targeted towards
I
things
love you,
black
baby.
men have said
Not you.
is
I'm talking
wanted.
about my woman.
What have said is wanted. Okay. So where does the goalpost move now to say, well, they haven't
She
said
be
what
tripping me
they
out. She
want
be
to do for
changing her
black
voice
men?
and reading
Question
and
mark,
shit.
question
She
mark,
be
question
trying
mark.
to sound
Let me show
dramatic.
you the agenda. Hold on. Because this is just
Yeah, this agenda's some bull.
pathways to high demand job and expanded education access. To increase the representation of black male teachers, health equity remains a cornerstone of Harris's agenda. The vice president has committed to legalizing recreational.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that's pissing me off about this. It's actually very racist. Now, you should already had on your fucking policy to fucking legalize weed regardless. Why is it that you using that as a way to get black men's votes? So we black men are just we that much. I smoke weed,
I give you
but still.
something even
But are
better.
you serious? Like, really? You
Sean,
serious?
I give you something even better. So they have the whole entire time the Biden administration has had a bill called the Morris Act that has already passed in the House. They haven't presented it to the Senate. They could have presented it to the Senate when they had the majority. They did not want to go for it. I don't understand the reason why they have never presented it, because of the fact that how the bill is structured is basically it will have legalization of marijuana. Not only will have legalized it, but it would have brought those tax dollars that when it came to legalize it, it would have brought it back into the black and brown communities. Here's the thing that pisses me off. Why didn't present it yet? You know it's gonna die under and honestly, after Trump saying what he said about legalization of marijuana, I feel like Trump is going to legalize it. I feel like he's going to get the alley. The one thing I can say about Trump don't miss alley hoops, bro.
He don't.
When you throw that loop up, bro, he's dunking that bitch, because they left that in there. That is it. That's in the House. Only thing Trump has to say, he wants to pass it. He wants the Moore Act to be passed. That is a slam dunk for the Republicans. And now a lot of Republicans aren't going to say, even though Republicans miss wide open layups, but not a lot of Republicans going to be like, nah, we're not going to do that. Nope, they're going to pass that shit. But yeah, that's something Democrats could have done for the last 3 years, bruh, and still haven't done it.
Mm-hmm.
So the Democrats, they wanted if you see what they did with the Moore Act, they use that as political gain.
Okay.
Because they know they was going to lose.
Because this made me think about this. When it comes to the Democrats, they be wanting a handout. When it comes to the people that are Republicans, those are the people that get up off their asses and go do what the hell that they need to do. And that really, really hit me, because if you look at the ones for the Democrats, they're the ones that still complaining about the 40 acres and a mule, versus to where like the individuals such as us, we're like, well, we'll just go ahead and do what we need to do, so we'll wind up having the 40 acres and multiple mules, and then you can come work on our establishment. How about that? That's all I wanted to say. That's like the whole context of what you're even stating in regards to everything made me think about it, because we've been extremely profitable business wise and the structuralization underneath Trump, to where within these last years underneath the other administrations, it's been horrendous, like horrendous. So I'm looking at that aspect. Like, even in the midst of this administration, we're in an accumulation phase, so to speak. So once Trump does get in office, then can change over for. We gonna fight. Watch this fight.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like Trump, like all the things Trump policies that he's talking, and whenever he sat down with the economic forum these couple of days ago, and he was like schooling the dude. It was not like only he was schooling the dude, but he was schooling the dude with examples, and he got a standing ovation. Like they gave him a stand. Like you're like the reason why Kamala didn't come is because you cannot bullshit your way around a bunch of businessmen who they're like when like your administration directly affects them. Like for me, I care more about the federal than I care about local because federal affects me more than local, right? Because you guys can hear I'm always on about I'm a truck driver. So when it comes to federal, like example, when they Biden administration came in and it was just like, bro, we're gonna put Pete Buttigieg in, I was just like, oh, cool. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Even when that was when I first started even talking about politics. It was when I seen him. There's a 4-year-old video of me saying he's going to be the worst transportation secretary that we ever had. And how many strikes has been under his watch?
It's been like 4.
No, it's been a lot, bro.
I can't remember.
It's been at least 6, and that's a lot, bro. Even 2 is a lot, but having 6, the trucker strike, where a lot of those truck drivers' lives have been ruined by the Canadian government. And yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that people just forgot. Like there were 2 trucker strikes. There was one on the Canadian border and it was one in DC, and the government had destroyed those men's lives. Like you talking about you having cash and you can't do like you base a lot of these truck drivers, bro, they're stuck sitting on cash. They can't bank because the banks won't allow them to bank with them. And that's fucked up.
Yeah. A lot of problems in this damn man. A lot of problems need solving, man. And I don't think Kamala's the one to do it.
Marijuana at the federal level. Harris further proposes building 3 million affordable housing units. Proposes she would offer up $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time home buyer. That keep in mind, a lot of this are just fluff, just things I wanted. I'm offering this. I'm proposing this. I'm saying that you haven't done it. None of y'all have done any of this, but a lot of these are not specific to Black men. They're just things that she's proposed already. And the $25,000 in down payment assistance, just so you know, that's actually a tax credit if you actually can, buy a home. And of course, Black people want to just smoke weed all day. So of course, and still,
you hear that?
Racial bias.
You love their weed, pandering and insulting at the same time.
Man, how insulting?
Pandering and insulting at the same time.
Is that the best you have for Black men? How motherfucking insulting that is. Weed? Weed? I could understand if I was 20.
It's insulting, dog. Like, not every Black man wants that or partakes in that. It's crazy.
Weed, nigga? Weed?
Ain't that crazy though, man?
Well,
this is what this chick came up with now. Now, what's crazy is that she had plenty of time to come up with all this shit. She didn't drop her policies until the day before the debate. So nobody would have a chance to figure out what's going on and shit. And then now she is talking about Black men. You know why? Because of basically
it shows you Black men, they can't win without your vote, Black men.
Right, but it also says that they knew their ass was fucking losing. and now they trying to do shit.
So,
like I told somebody on Facebook, I said this feels like Kamala's a freaking salesman in a freaking car lot, and we told her ass, "No, you know what? I'm finna go check out some more
I
down the
called
road."
this shit, bro. I said Kamala Harris cannot win without the black male vote. That
She's a
is
salesman, man.
like she a shitty one at
Terrible salesman. Yeah, a
uh,
shitty one. She's one of them
you-
motherfuckers you walking off the lot, and she said, "Oh, hey, listen, I throw in a cooler full of malt liquor if
smoking cool,
if you buy this Challenger."
bro. She not even a used car salesman, bro. She's like a
Stupid.
goddamn one of them predatorial used car buy here pay lots, nigga, where the car's like 10 years old.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like and you got to pay the car off in 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. She tried to goddamn give you the cooler full of malt liquor. Talking about we got,
Right.
hey, we got 2 chicken boxes in the refrigerator for you.
I got these
You know what I'm saying?
cheeseburgers.
I got these cheeseburgers. Bitch, I got a job picking pig feet.
Or we ain't cooking. We cooking. We cooking.
That's really. I got some watermelons for you.
No, it just reminds me of that Dave Chappelle skit, bro, of him as Black Bush. That's what this shit is like, bro. This shit is like Kamala Harris is a female version of Black Bush, bro.
Oh hell yeah!
That's what that shit is, bro. It's like, dude.
They keep talking about
you
her changing her damn accent every time she goes somewhere and talks to them.
Man, this shit is hilarious.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Wow.
Keep talking shit though.
Malt liquor is. She gonna offer Chinese food next, nigga. That's what it's gonna be. Malt liquor and shrimp fried rice.
Hell no. Man, hell no.
Yeah, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Dragon. That's some really insulting shit, bro. A person who's playing blackface as a black woman, I find that insulting, you know. If she would just be like, yeah, I'm Indian, I'd be like, I bet. You look black, but all right. Like, she ain't had to do us like that with the bathtub curry greens. Bathtub curry greens. That's what this.
That was foul. But she knew what she was doing.
Like it was one of my it was one of my white homeboys. He called me. He was like, Kamala ain't black. I was like, what? Kamala ain't black. Yeah, I was just like, what are you talking about? He was like, man, she just read a whole entire recipe of how she cooked her greens, and I was just like, man, who the fuck puts bacon in their greens? He was like, it's always some form of smoked meat. Bacon? What the fuck? Who puts bacon in? He's like, yeah, she ain't black, bro. I just want to let you know that. Vote Trump, man. He hung up, man. That's the last time I spoke to that nigga.
That's fucking hilarious.
You said what?
I said that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Jason.
Who?
Not one of my partners. We go back since high school.
I'm sorry, man. What I missed, man. I had to get my dang food came to the door, man. I was hungry again, so I ordered me some food.
I will give any money so I can see that tape of Kamala Harris' husband, quote unquote, he slapped a woman so hard that she did a 360 and one of her shoes fell off. So,
I'm a PhD. Okay, congratulations.
all right. No misinformation. All right, I added that her one shoe fell off, but the claims were that his pimp hand strong, that He back
Pimping
slapped
since
her, and
pimping since
she did a
pimp.
360. I was just like,
Wow.
Now that's what report said. So I would love to see a strong pimp hand like that.
That's just astonishing to me.
Pimp, first gentleman pimp him, Greg. That's what they're gonna call him. Hey, remember Kamala? She is a strong black woman.
At the house slapping shit out her.
We do not promote domestic violence.
We sure enough don't.
Well,
No, we
do
sure
not
don't.
promote. It is a joke.
It's a
Get joke,
joke.
people. So, to all you ones who's getting their panties up in a bunch, it is a joke.
Yep, a joke.
I'm a PhD. Okay, congratulations.
Play the tape.
All right, run the play. Let's go.
How? Like now, this is so important. Harris's economic plan centers on wealth building and supporting Black entrepreneurship. Her administration will provide 1 million forgivable loans, each up to $20,000.
What is the criteria to make them forgivable? You know what I'm saying? But look what it says here. It says each up to $20,000 to help Black men and others. You see that big others right there? I thought this was for Black men. Now I'm saying Black men and others. Don't you see that?
You want to hear the game? You want to hear the game? Man, here's the game, man.
You breaking up, dog.
That did not pass in California, giving illegal migrants up to $125,000.
What?
And money for homes and business opportunities.
$120,000.
Yeah, up to $125,000 for illegal immigrants to get business opportunity and home.
Why you sound so far away?
Oh shit, my bad. Is that better?
Yep.
All right, so
did I hear you correctly? Did I hear you correctly saying that now something has been passed that they're gonna get $125,000?
Okay, so in California, there was a bill, if I remember correctly, that either got vetoed or did not pass. Actually, I think it got vetoed by Gavin Newsom, or it did not pass, one or the other. So did not pass in California for illegal migrants to get up to $125,000 for home loans or business opportunities.
Damn.
And so basically that is that on a national federal level, though. That's basically that on steroids. So it's not going to benefit Black people. It's going to benefit the migrants more than it's going to benefit Black people.
Dollars to help Black men.
Do you think
and
that's what
others.
that statement is saying? The Harris economic plan centers on wealth building and supporting Black entrepreneurship. So you think it's not going to be Black entrepreneurship?
What does the
get
policy
most of the money?
say?
I don't know.
The policy say? See, it all depends on what the policy says. The policy could say people of color. Well, the migrants who are legally coming over here are people of color.
Right.
You could label a lot of them as Black.
Yes, you could.
You can label a lot of them as light-skinned Black, dark-skinned Black. A majority of them could pass for Black looking. Like, if I thought, what's that dude with Dan Bongino? I thought he was Black, finding out I think he was white. I think he's white and Mexican, but I thought he was Black. So if that could fool me to think that guy is a Black man, imagine some of these dark migrants. Oh, they're Black men. Now
Especially the
the
ones from like Nicaragua.
yeah,
And,
now
Guatemala.
the black race is continuously being diluted than more than it is because there ain't a lot of Adolf's black folks. Remember a lot. Remember you gotta remember what happened to whenever you go out filling out a job application, all this. There's no specification of Caribbean black.
Nope, sure
No
isn't.
South American black, none of that.
Nope,
It's
just
either
black.
you're non-Hispanic or you're black.
Mhm.
And depending on where you
grew
what
up, you
might
consider yourself
benefit,
Hispanic.
yeah, because you can consider me Hispanic because I look Hispanic. People walk over to me, talk to me Spanish more than they talk to. I get people walk over to me, talk to me Spanish than people talk to me English. People been thinking I've been Hispanic for the last 30 years. Ever since I came out the womb, they thought I was a little essay. Hey, Vato. I'm like, no, it's Kelvin. Vato, ven aquí, amigo. I learned Spanish so I could just be like, you know what? When these people start walking to me speaking Spanish, I at least know what the hell they saying.
Exactly.
That's how I learned Spanish. I've been claiming Dominican for years and black. I'm both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I culturally identify as black, but
Sorry,
I
fried.
identify as Dominican flat out. So yeah.
That's because you want to live down there, nigga.
yeah, man. I promise you, man, we're gonna be living down there soon, boy. We're gonna be living down there soon, man. Just time, brother. Time, Dragon.
Take a little time.
Yup, it's coming. I ain't worried about it.
I promise you, Dragon. Once I take you up to the North Shore, you can be like, yeah, this. I want to take you up to the North Shore and the mountains.
All right, bet.
Dragon, I think this man right here is falling in love with the mountain.
He
is falling in love with the mountain.
Dragon. I ain't even get the. I'm an outdoors, nature type of dude. Like, you know, so I like doing some wild shit. So, like, I think there's a place where I could go whitewater rafting.
I've done that before in Alabama.
Yeah. Oh, you
man, it was actually pretty fun too.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Like, it ain't fun no more. Find out how many people who goddamn make it. I'm like, oh shit, really?
Yeah, that shit fun though.
Yeah.
But let's go on with the damn video, man. Shit.
Who have faced significant barriers to starting a business. Again, when they say and others, that's just everybody. That's like people of color. Okay. So that's what saying.
Like you just said.
Up to $20,000. And it's a loan, but it's forgivable. What? Well, again, why haven't they done all this? How are they going to pay for it? These are just, oh, I really wish my fairy godmother would just make me a princess. And then I'm going to buy a castle and it's going to be really pretty and everything's going to be gold. And then I'm going to have a private jet and then a Prince Charming will want to marry me. This is Disney wishes and dreams, and it's deranged. And remember, she's not doing anything specific for black people.
Hey, man,
as I played for you guys. That was where she is.
I
But now suddenly, you know,
the
come back to the plantation speech and the admonishing and putting down of black men by Obama and many other operatives, which is one of these guys. Look at what he says in the beginning, and he's in all the comments just going off. Because his queen Kamala isn't, you know, black men aren't kissing her butt. And I just showed you, women aren't either. Look, this is, she released specific agenda targeted to agenda. Right. Then I forgot to mention, it's also protecting crypto assets. And then the health initiatives on prostate cancer and sickle cell. This is all for black men. This is what black men been demanding that they get. And again, black men don't care what you were talking about. Black men don't care what you're talking about. What are you going to do? The things that raise up the economy, raise up all people, lower gas
If I'm
prices,
not
food
mistaken.
prices, cut inflation, all those things benefit the Black community. But now suddenly here you go. And Obama, who did nothing for Black people, of course, he's out here, a half Black man. Now, this woman who's supposed to be the first Black president, please, white woman president. I've been going down that rabbit hole showing that she's not Black. She never identified as Black. And we don't care whether she's Black or not. But they say, don't vote for race or gender or identity. But then they're trying to, force that down the throat now that people are not voting for race or gender. So now they're trying to say Black men are misogynistic. And how could they vote any other way than what they've been doing since 1960? Why aren't they just doing whatever we tell them to do? How come they have a mind of their own? I don't get it. She's doing interviews with Black folks. She's doing interviews with the Shade Room, which is basically it's a ghetto social media.
That's a unit she got on her head.
On Instagram, it's a ghetto social media account where they're just constantly showing women's behinds and Fashion Nova and Hood News. But now she's sitting down for a hard-hitting interview with this Black man. This Black man is the one that's going to turn the tide. And keep in mind, the Shade Room's audience is almost 100% female, but he is going to get it done. This man.
Before some students at the University of Pittsburgh, which is my alma mater, and he said some things that really.
Get your moist ass.
Get your moist ass out of here.
Moist ass.
Ruffled some feathers in the news. He said, it makes me think you aren't just feeling the idea of having a woman as a president. You're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons.
So this interview that's just so hard hitting.
Hold on, pause it. Hey, that's the Democratic version of a strong Black man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, all I'm like is that it sounds like he go whenever he eat his food.
Look, bro. I kid you not, man. Sometimes you just don't feel like seeing that shit, being around that shit.
All right, man.
And no disrespect to anybody, but damn it, do you have to be like that and wear pink scrubs, nigga? I'm at work last night, my nigga. I come this morning, man. I'm leaving out. I see somebody that is an effeminate man. He got on pink scrubs, nigga. Like, we already know you don't like women, dog. You gonna wear pink scrubs in the hospital, nigga? All right, dog. Anyway, moving on.
Where they literally are being paid by the Harris campaign. You should see it on their page. In fact, let me show you. So this is the Shade Room hood, right? So this is where they go. And look at this, okay? So he's up here asking his questions, but look at the comments. And I see this almost under every political thing that they do. They only post these positives about Kamala Harris and all these things. But here it is. We voting for Trump button. Let me make it bigger because y'all can't see. And somebody's going to say I'm lying. We voted for Trump button. Still voting Trump. Kamala hasn't done nothing in almost 4 years. Trump 24, Trump 24, Trump 24. Did she forget how many Black men went to jail because of her? We don't care about Kamala Debbie Harris. I grew up in the middle class. Saturday Night Live, y'all, killing me. Kamala always lies. Lies so much. Anyone who says we're voting for Trump is a bot. Look, it's only 379. Same 379 people. And they're killing them in the replies. Same, I grew up in the middle class speech, LOL. She would have married one if she cared, talking about Black men. The election is already over, turn her mic off. I grew up in the middle class, and that's how she starts to avoid answering. Trump 2024. Did anyone find out what Trump's plans for Black men are? Here, this is a person trying to interrupt, to try to put this in here. VP Harris really out here talking about real solutions for the Black community. Generational wealth starts with opportunity. Let's see these plans in action. Can you guys see it? I'm sorry. There it is. Let's see these plans in action. HBCU, Mr. and Miss. That looks like a bot. That doesn't look like a real person. And I can go on and on and on. Her Vogue cover, anything that they've posted related to Kamala, it is just.
I know, for real though. That's actually very telling. For the shade room comments to look like that, shade room is mostly, like she said, black women. You read all them comments, none of them had anything positive to say for Kamala.
Nope.
Not a one.
Not a damn thing.
Boy, that boy
killing them in the comments. And now she's doing an interview with Roland Martin. He was begging and pleading that they're not giving any money for black media. They're not giving any money. Billions of dollars are spent on everyone else, but he couldn't get $1 for Kamala Harris's campaign. He couldn't get an interview from her. But now suddenly she's ready to talk to Roland Martin, who is the biggest Democrat plantation black shield there is alive.
Pretty much.
And now suddenly this is all happening. And now she's going to sit down and do an interview with Charlemagne. And I refuse to call him the God. Okay. Charlemagne. But if you go to the Breakfast Club, their comments on videos, when they do anything political, it's killing Kamala Harris and any black person that is up there doing the jigaboo dance once again for the Democrat plantation without delivering anything. So guys,
the jigaboo dance.
Yeah, and I didn't show it all on Twitter because it's just too much to get into. This video will be 3 hours long.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much it right there, man. That's pretty much it right there, though. Hey, but what y'all else y'all want to cover, man? I think it's been a good show, man.
I think it's been a good show.
Really good show.
Yeah, I think it's about time to dang on cut this thing off, man.
Yeah, because I gotta get up.
This is almost a very lucky night for me. Boy, somebody want me to come back out the house. You know, I tell you. I said this would have almost been a lucky night for me. Somebody wanted me to come back out the house earlier.
I see.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, I've been getting these nice little videos over here, boy, in the email. Ooh. Boy, somebody, boy, is trying hard, boy. But anyway, life is good. Life is good.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Well, folks, I tell you, this has been a good little day here. We've been talking about a lot of good stuff, and I tell you, man, it's been just nice hollering at y'all. And I hope, please share the live. We're gonna have some other videos. We're gonna have some pre-recorded stuff too, where we can get really like entertaining for y'all. So we are just building this ship as it sails. You feel what I'm saying? Any closing remarks by any of the people up in here?
Always stack your wealth, because I'm going to keep repeating it time and time again. What you do with your time equates to your wealth. So if you're sitting there watching TV and complaining that you got to be at work in the morning, that's on your ass. That's legitimately all I have to say. You better do something with your time and your money. And I'm saying it like that so that way it's to jar you and to trigger you into actually taking action versus coddling you and, oh, it's okay for where you are. And you can just write on a piece of paper and wish this to happen. And I'm not about to teach you no load of bullshit. I'm about to tell you straight up, you ain't getting up off yet. If you don't grind, you don't eat. You don't grind, you don't sleep. Period.
All right. What about you, Matt?
Man, yeah, I'm here. Remember, people, this political season has been a weird one, to be really honest. Has been extremely weird. Remember, respect everyone, respect others, and be a good person. At least try to be, okay? Don't be an asshole your whole life, okay? Do better.
Pretty much. Well, folks, I think that sums it up. I voted today, so I'm done debating all that crap with people online, whatever. Conversations at work, whatever. I am done. Vote is cast. You don't need talking to me. I'll see you November 6th.
Yeah.
But that's it. Here's what it is. Anyway, that is it for today. God damn it. That is it for today, folks. Love you. See you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.